Actually,
What's up, y'all? It's Moochie. I'm here today to talk about The Shine. Did y'all see that? I'm just trying to figure out, myself personally, how Bakari basically sunned Shad. How did that happen? How he didn't put him in his place and just, stood like, nah, this is what I'm not doing, and I'm not doing this. That was one of my pet peeves with this episode, that Bakari was actually able to manipulate this grown man. Next, we're gonna get into it. I might be all over the place, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna talk about it tonight. It was a nice episode. This was a pretty good episode. A lot of little things happened, and I'm just gonna do a quick recap just to explain the little things that I liked in the episode. I love the fact that Emmett went from buying Kevin shoes to buying him a suit for his prom. I thought that was fly. I thought that was hot. But on the other hand, he's so together, Kevin. He's able to pay for his own suit. Him doing these things with these video games, he's really doing good with this. He's making it a career. And he's getting offers. He's getting offers where he could make a lot more money if he leaves Chicago. And he's considering that. Now, we know last week the little date that Papa and Kenya had. It went all right in the beginning until they got into a social setting where she let him know, you're not I'm not your girl, and this and that. We already know that. I think she was just trying to be careful, for the simple fact is that she's older than him. So that's what I was thinking. And then we find out later. But we'll get to that. We see Bakari gets this car from Duda, and I just feel like he's just putting a lot of dirt in everybody's hands just to get it off of his. He put this boy in a situation. He put Bakari in a situation, and I know you entice him with this shiny vehicle with rims and all of this stuff. So of course he's gonna want to take that to the prom because he's young. Somebody like that is always gonna be impressed with shiny, flashy things. But he took it. I thought it was a bad idea. I feel like Duda should know better. After you taking Jake on as a son, and now you got this guy. When you was trying to be the mayor, you was really trying to be good to Jake until he saw the wrong side. But you just leading this one down the wrong path straight from the beginning. So he has no guidance, but he's starting to get some guidance from Stanley Senior, Papa's father. Moving on. Let me move on to the next subject. So even though he's gonna take this car, and then we get to Keisha, and we find out she loses her job. Tiff gets her car stolen, ends up at Duda's chop shop. And then we also see that Dante helped her get the car back. I like the fact that even though Dante was helping her get that car back, I'm glad she got in touch with Rob and Rob met them there. That was cool. I didn't want it to be like where it looks like she's gonna go back with this guy, because he has no intentions on settling down. He was just her little thing, and he let her know, and that's when she moved on. Did y'all see the warning that Duda gave Dante for meddling in his business? Now that he's meddling in his business, do you think that he's gonna leave it alone, or do you think it might go a little further? Because he got the warning, like, look, there's too many cars disappearing, making it hot right now. So I just don't understand, dude. I know you done dove back into the crime, but why are you going so hard like this ripping off all these vehicles, and then you got this clown working for you. I know he's gangster, but I don't know. Did y'all see what I see? It looked like Rob was ready to handle him. Rob was ready to handle him. He wasn't scared of this kid. Cause he looked like he got a Napoleon complex anyway. Anywho, moving on. Like I said, I'm getting back to this subject. How did I know he's not making no money doing these odd jobs with Darnell, and Darnell gave him fair warning, let him know, look, it might not be that much money, blah blah blah, but this is gonna hold you over. Now you looking for a big payday, and you don't have the skills to do all of this right now. If you could do all of this handiwork, why couldn't you work at Smokies? Explain that to me. Now, these two, Bianca and Alicia, talk. We find out that Alicia actually helped Bianca get this cigar spot she has that she's letting Duda come in here at night. And she's telling her, look, that kind of stuff don't need to be here. Because it got back to her that they was hanging out here after hours. And she says, we don't need that kind of energy here. We don't need that kind of, because there's a lot of stuff happening. I believe she knows about what went on in there. I think she might have a little spy, but I guess she heard some sort of word on the street that, things was going on in there at night where she had to step to Bianca. And she's not telling her anything. She's like, oh, they only come in here at night and da 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 da. But we already see that Alicia already don't care for Duda. Now imagine if she find out, or when she find out, that Duda offed her brother. Okay? I'm gonna talk about other things that we didn't see. We see the kids with I just love the fact that the kids were going to prom. Lene is going with Bakari. Bakari picks her up in this flashy hot car. Kevin finally comes out and lets everybody know by sight who he's with, Maisha. He ain't tell his friends until you see for yourself who I'm with. And I like the way this happened with I just wish that they would have found somebody else for Kevin. I Don't get me wrong, I like Maisha and Kevin. I feel like they had a relationship, and this might work for him better, for the simple fact is that they always talked and he always liked her, but he was worried about what people were saying in the beginning. So I feel like he's done thrown that out, and this is who I'm with. This is who I'm with. Papa don't feel a way about it, and it's okay. I guess they're all right with it. Now I want to know: do y'all think Gemma gonna say something about this? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because she was peeping stuff in the last episode. If she act like she jealous, she has no right to be. No right to be at all. No right to be at all. I love this picture. I thought this was nice. They all look so nice together. And this is basically a picture of the whole cast. Everybody's here except for Duda ass. And the people that walk on the wild side ain't in this picture. So I noticed that oh wait, yeah. Let me the prom. We noticed that Triggs, or Victor, I should say, Assemblyman, he's he finds out that his manager, the guy that helps him with his campaign, the guy that's helping him, basically he finds out he's in the life. He finds out he has a lover, and The lover happens to be the real estate agent that sold Emmett and Duda the house. And then he lets him know how Duda, floated him some money to keep him afloat when his business wasn't doing so hot. So he kind of doesn't like that this guy's also dealing with Duda. Cause he wants to get away from this. Now, my question is to y'all: do y'all think this is gonna be a problem for Victor now that the FBI has picked him up? Because if you look at everything, the one that's kind of linked to all of the crime is Duda. But do you think that he might throw Victor under the bus because he already, he had a criminal record? Do you think he might throw him under the bus for doing what he's doing in regards to, trying to throw the heat off of him? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now, we find out that I like the prom scene. The music was kind of, that drill music, but that's what the kids is listening to. We find out that Maisha is the prom queen and Jake is the prom king. Jake made his own suit. I thought that was hot. We seeing his whole little fashion thing take off where he looked like he might really end up like doing good with this, especially since the last week one of the rappers was wearing his shirt. So he might do good, because usually when rappers pick up your clothes in the culture, it might become a popular thing in their area. So I thought that was a good look. We see that Bianca gets the news. Well, I should say Duda lets her know that he basically took out Q. Now, my question is, do you think she gonna run back and tell? Do you think she gonna run back and tell Alicia? He keep her far away from me as possible. So, is she here to rock Duda to sleep, or is she here just for her ulterior motives? Because I could see this girl. I could see Bianca probably. If she's really with Alicia, she might have been brought in to rock Duda to sleep. Rock-a-bye, baby. Let me find out. This was messed up. I know that we know that they was in a hot car. Why you driving so fast, Bakari? You know the car is hot. Why would you be taking off like that? And you know how the police is with a black man driving a fancy car. You know this. That's the 101 for you. He gets picked up. I felt bad for Lene because they just confessed professed they love to each other. Her heart is broken right now because everything he said he wouldn't do, I will never get you in trouble. I will never get you in. I thought everything was gonna work out because he met him. He met Jamal as a man. He looked him in the eye. He did everything that Stanley Papa's father was telling him to do. But somehow it went wrong. And now I hope Jamal don't step to him, or I just hope he has really changed his ways where he don't get at this kid. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think he will say anything else to Bakari? Or do you think, it's a wrap with that? Stay away from my sister. Do you think he might have that kind of conversation with Bakari? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now, we see Keisha, she goes to therapy and she spills everything. When she comes back home, and I can't, I don't understand Emmett. Now, man, my man Emmett, come on, Emmett. How you leave your jacket in this storage bin that you have that you got all these hammers in? What is wrong with you, Emmett? Emmett is not built for crime. We already know that that's not him. Even his father know. And once he said F you to Duda, and Duda put that hammer to him. He didn't even have the barrel to him. He just had like the back of it to him. Like, look, I'm not even, I know you not built like that. So all I gotta do is scare you a little bit and you gonna fall in line. And basically that's what he did. He fell in line, fell back, and everything. I don't even know why he went there to confront Duda about it if Tiff already handled it. You could have had a conversation with him, but not the way you stepped to him. You stepped to him like you was bout it. Emmett, you stepped to him like you was bout it. You know you're not about that life. What's wrong with you, dude? So my thing is this: we find out was you. I was thinking, what is she trying to hide? And now we find out that Kenya has a baby. Well, not a baby. He looked like he about 3 or 4 years old. He might be about school age. So she must have had this kid like as a teen, like 15 or something like that. Cause he look about 3 or 4 years old. So he knows about the kid. I do think Papa is gonna stay around. I don't know if they're gonna still have a relationship though, but I see him talk. I see them having a good friendship. But she likes him too, so Papa might overlook that. Papa might overlook that, but we don't know how his father and his mother's gonna react to this because I'm sure they know about those people in that church that she's at and where her parents preach at, because remember she's a PK, she's a preacher's kid. So we might see I want to know if we're gonna see her parents. I want to know if we're gonna if she's going to if they're going to pursue this relationship. I would want to see them together. She seems like she's all right. She's trying to get her stuff together. It seems like she seemed very mature, like she had her stuff together until we saw the kid. And I don't even think that's a bad thing because she's being a mom and she's doing what she has to do. She's working, she's taking care of her kids, she got a little car. I don't know if she's going to school. That's what we need to find out next. I would like to know a lot more about her. Now, I know that she did that something suddenly came up thing, but she canceled because she didn't have a babysitter. That's all that was about. Not that she didn't want to be with Papa, because she wouldn't have told him to come to the crib to see him. Okay? So do you think Duda is so pressed that how can I say it? Do you think that Duda was so pressed that he figured, because they tried to give these hammers to Shad 3 times and he turned them down 3 times and Bakari got him to take it. So why is Duda so pressed to give these hammers to Shad? Do you think he's doing that to set up his boy Victor, because Victor's not falling in line? Because it seemed like everything is pointing towards Victor, even though he's like, once I saw the FBI agent come there to question him, I hope he's able to hold it together and keep his mouth closed about it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So, this is my recap. Holla at your girl. Put me up in that algorithm. Hit the like, hit the share. And I will talk to you guys soon. We will, I'll be back with a couple of theory videos and things of that nature. So keep your notifications on and holla at your girl. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for coming out, or thank you for coming to the channel. If you please leave some comments so we can spark up this conversation and talk about it. And if you got any theories that you want me to put into play or talk about, put it in the chat. Holla at your girl, and I'll talk to you guys soon later. Ew.